Hello everyone. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, have you watched the week 3 content? Please raise your hand. Those who have watched the week 3 content. Okay, great. So, deadline is on, I think, Sunday. So, please submit the assignments. And yeah, anyone, any doubt in week 3? Any question you want to ask? Any doubt in week 1, 2, or 3? Oh, no doubt. It means you are able to understand everything or nothing, right? So, what should I say then? You understand everything or nothing? Okay, so let's do one thing. I will discuss one practice assignment problem and let's see. A simple question we can start with. Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, just a second. Okay, so is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So this is practice assignment question. Let's start with this particular question, question number 2. Okay. So we have given the pseudo code. Okay. It is executed using the scores data set. So we have a data set. Please refer to those data set. If you observe in that data set, score data set, we have a sequence number, then we have a marks for physics, mathematics, chemistry, then we have a total, right? So what will be the value of Z at the end of execution of this particular pseudocode? So this is what the question is. Now line number 1 indicates the variable. So here some t is variable which is initialized to 0, some m is the variable initialized to 0, some p initialized to 0, and some c initialized to 0. So we have initialized these 4 variables to 0. Okay. Can anyone tell me why there is need of this initialization of this variable? Yes, anyone? Why do we require to initialize this variable?
Which one, sir?
This some t, some m, some p, you can see, right? What is the need of this thing? Why do we initialize this to 0? Why can I start with line number 2? Why there is requirement of initializing the variable with 0?
So without assigning, it's not right, right?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sir, because in most programming languages, it throws up an error if we do not previously assign the variable to a particular value, sir. It says the variable is not found or invalid variable, and hence we need to assign it or initialize it.
Okay. For example, yeah. So here you can see z equals to 0. Okay, we have initialized to 0. But what if happen if I didn't initialize to 0 this one? Where I will get the error? In which line?
Some t is equal to some t plus x
Hmm.
dot total.
Hmm. Yes. So if you observe, if we are not initialize this variable to 0, at this point, what will happen? If I read the first card from my data set and I say, okay, x dot total is basically what? 250. Okay. So when I say x dot total is 250 for the first iteration, but what is the value of some t? Right? Here I don't have the value of some t if I don't initialize this to 0.
Yes,
So
sir.
if, yeah, otherwise it will throw an error. If I want to do the summation of this total marks, right? So that's why this initialization is required. For example, I just want to store this sum t as x dot total, right? So then I don't require to initialize this, okay? Because I'm simply storing this total in the variable sum t. That's it, okay? But here for the first iteration, what will be the value of sum t? So that is why we have initialized this particular variable to 0. Now 0 plus 250 will be 250, right? Okay. So what we are doing in the pseudocode? So we have initialized the variables to 0. Then we have a while loop. Pile 1 has more cards. So just refer to a score data set. Each row represent one particular card. You can consider that. Now, for the first card, sum of t equals to sum t plus x dot total. Okay. So let me explain through data sets. So let me go through a data set first. And data sets. So here you can see a data set. So I will just go to this course.pdf file. So here you can see a card number 0, name is Bhuvanesh, gender is M, date of birth, city, town, and marks is given to us. So for a first card, total is what? 210. So 0 plus 210 will be 210. Similarly for sum M is 0 plus mathematics marks. Corresponding mathematics marks is what? 68 for the first row. Similarly for physics, 0 plus what? 64 and 78 for chemistry, right? Then we are moving this particular card to another file. Again, we'll go back to a while loop. Again, we'll do the same thing for a next card. That is basically card number 1. So in this way, we'll repeat this process for all the cards unless and until this particular file has become empty. Okay. So at the end of execution of while loop, what this variable will store? Can anyone tell me what is sum t, sum m, sum p, sum c will store?
The total marks, total mathematics marks, total physics marks, and total chemistry marks. And some T will store the total marks in all the cards.
Total marks of all the cards, entire data set, right?
Yes, sir.
So mathematics means 68, 62 plus 57 plus 42 till all the card, right? For physics, 64 plus 65, sorry, plus 45 plus 54 for all the cards. So in this case, I will get a summation of respective total mathematics, physics, chemistry for entire data set. For entire data set, or we can say all the cards. All cards, right? Now we have z equals to 0. Now what is this condition inside the if? Sum p, sum c, like some m will divide by sum t is greater than or equal to 0. So what this thing is doing here? Just tell me. Summation of all three subjects divided by total. What this will give me?
1.
It is greater than equals to 0 or what? 1 or what?
That will be 1, sir.
Why this will be some m plus some p plus some c will be 1, or divided by like some t will be done? Because what we are getting here is summation of mathematics plus physics plus chemistry marks, and that is basically equals to total marks only, right? Because if you do a summation of this row, sorry, this column, this column, this column, and this column, ultimately you will get a summation of these three equivalent to this particular total column, right? So here I will get 1, so it will be always 1, right? Can I say this will be always 1? Now 1 is greater than or equals to 0. Now this condition is true. If this condition is true, what is the value of z? Z equals to 1, right? Now if again same thing, same condition we have. Now it is less than or equals to 1. Again this condition is true because z is equals to 1. So value of z will get updated to -1. So what is the value of z at the end of execution? You tell me.
-1.
-1 only, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone, any doubt in this particular question? Or any other doubt in week 3? Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt in week 2 graded assignment, sir.
Okay. Which question?
Question number 6 and 7.
Question number 6 and 7. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Week 2. Tell me your doubt in question number 6.
Yes, sir. In the answers, the answer has been given as Chennai, sir.
Chennai. Yeah, Chennai is the correct answer here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Why is it not Vellore?
Okay. Let me explain. So for this question, you need to refer to a data set, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this screen visible? This is question.
Yes,
Question
sir.
number 6. Yeah. Okay. See, arrange all the cards in a single pile called pile 1. So just refer to this core data set, same PDF that I was referring. Maintain variables A, B, C, D, and initialize them to 0 except Y. So A equals to B equals to C equals to D equals to 0. So all are initialized to 0, but not equal. Okay. So I'm just writing like this, except Y. And initialize Y to 100. Now maintain a variable X and initialize to none. So we have initialized to none here. Pile 1 is emptiness of the iteration. Read the top card in pile 1. If town city is Chennai, then add 1 to A. And if A is greater than, if A is less than Y, then store A in Y and add Chennai in X. So just go to a data set and see what we are getting here. So if you observe the data set, which one is the first card?
I mean, out
First
of
card
these
is-
4, Chennai occurs first. Out of these
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, first card is erode, right? City town is erode, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is not getting satisfied. 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 Then I will go to a step number 4. Again, I will read one more card. Now again, I will go for next card. That is basically a Salem. Salem is also not there, right? In the heap blocks. Then again, I go for a next step. Now the next step is Chennai, right? Third row. You can see Chennai. Now this condition will become true. If city equals to Chennai, then add 1 to A. Then we need to add 1 to A. So that is basically 1. If 1 is less than Y, so value of Y is 100 and 1 is less than 100, that is true. Then store A in Y. We are storing the value of A in Y. So basically Y equals to 1 and Chennai in X. So value of X is basically Chennai, right?
Yes, sir.
Now after that, what will happen?
Sir, after that, the process will repeat on.
Huh?
And then, sir, at the last, we find out that the value stored in D is somewhere around 4, sir. And that D value is for all cards from Vellore. And the question asks, what value does X store? So X should be Vellore, no, sir. Option D.
No, see, Chennai in X, okay? So yeah. So in the next iteration, what will happen? What is the card number? Chennai. Again, Chennai is there, right? Third card number. Again, this condition will become satisfied, right? So Chennai, add 1 to A. So value of A will become 2. Again, just say whether A is less than 1. Yes, that is true. Store the value A in 2, right? And Chennai in X. So value of X is still Chennai here. Now go for a next iteration. In this case, I got Madurai. Now what happened in the case of Madurai? Now tell me, in the case of Madurai, what will happen? Let me erase this.
Sir, then C will increase.
How C will increase?
C will be added 1, sir.
How?
Add 1 to C.
Add 1 to C. So value of C is basically 1 here, right? Now whether C is less than Y.
Yes, sir, it is.
So Y
No,
is basically,
no, sir. 1 is not less than 1.
So 1 is
value of
less
Y
than 2, 1 is less than Y.
Sir, Y will always be 1, sir. If A
yeah,
value
Y will,
Hmm.
let's store the A in Y. Yeah, value will be 1. 1, 2.
Y will always be 1, sir. Basically, this tries to find which city occurs first. That's all.
First, yeah, that's what this code is trying to do. If add 1 to A, okay, then A is less than Y, then store A in Y. The second iteration, what is happening? Chennai, right? Again, this is Chennai. If one add ones to A, if A is less than Y. Okay, sorry. 2 is not less than 1, right? So this condition is not true here. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, Y value of Y is always 1 here, because in the previous iteration the value of Y will not get updated. Sorry for this. Yeah, are you getting my point? Hello?
Sir, but we are increasing A, no, sir.
Yeah, but this condition must satisfied now. The value of A is less than Y, then store A in Y and Chennai in X, right? So here the value of A is 2, but 2 is not less than 1, right? So value
Yes,
of
sir.
Y is 1 only here. So in any case, in of the any city will be there, value will always be 1 of Y, and anyway 1 is not less than 1. So all these conditions are false. So we are not going to store the this particular town in X. So first city is Chennai only. So answer will be Chennai only. So I think the explanation was given wrong in that case. So yeah, I will update the explanation. In the answer, it was D, right? Explanation. But correct option is A here only.
Yes, sir. And then it's the next question, sir.
Okay.
Question 7.
Yeah, this is clear to you, right?
Yes, sir. This is clear.
Okay. Question number 7. Yes, tell me.
So the question is that Rita and Siddharth had both scored the lowest marks.
Hmm.
Rita's card is below Siddharth's card.
Okay.
And then after running through the flow chart, since Siddharth's card is above Rita's card and they both got the same marks, then the name should not change, no, sir. So the answer should technically be option B, no, sir, not option D.
Correct option is option B here, right? Okay, let me discuss this question. Let me take this screenshot. This is visible. This flowchart question, right?
Yes, sir. Flowchart question.
I've stopped sharing. Yeah, so the flowchart is executed using scores dataset, same dataset we are going to use. Assume Rita and Siddharth both have scored the lowest total marks across the whole dataset, which is 173. Okay, Rita and Siddharth, like this. Let's arrange the card in such a way that Rita card is below Siddharth's card. It means that Siddharth card is first, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we have Rita card, right? What will the value of A and B? And both are having 173 marks. So we have start value of A is 1000, B is none. Pile 1 is empty. No, we have a card. So we'll go for a pick card 1 from pile 1. Total is less than A. So first, for example, any total, say 200. 200 is less than 1000. Yes. Then I will store the value of A, that is basically XOR total, and name will be that particular corresponding name. Then we will go to pile 2. Then again, the same process is repeating every time. Now at the last, for example, last second iteration is, for example, 250. Now the value of A is 250 and B be anything. In the next iteration, the value is this particular Siddharth, right? So what will happen in this case? 173 is less than 250. Yes, this is true. So what is the value of A here? A will be 173 and B will be what?
Siddharth.
Siddharth, right? Now go for a next iteration again. Pick the top card X in pile 1. Now next card is Rida. Again, 173 is less than or equal to 173. It is less than or equal to 173, right? Not less than. So this is equal, right? So one condition getting satisfied. Now it is yes. So total will be again 173, but the name will be what? Rida. Right? So answer will be 173 and Rida.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Yeah, okay. Because it is less than or equal to, like less than and equal. So it is equal at the last iteration. So that's why the name will get updated. Okay, great. Anyone, any other doubt in any of the week 1 or 2? Or otherwise, I
Excuse me,
will.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, while we write procedures, we write before. We should write before or after the main program, sir.
Yeah, it depends. Like, generally you should write before the main program, but you can write after the program also, because that particular function will call that particular code will call that procedure. Okay, so it depends on the programming language also. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Net. So we have discussed this. Any other question, or otherwise I will just discuss the practice assignment question. In that way, we can understand the concept. Okay, first tell me, anyone,
I have a
any.
doubt in week 3, sir.
Okay, week 3, which question?
Activity 3, sir. Non-graded.
Activity 3, okay. So first thing is that the concept should be clear. How this if block is working, if else is working, while loop is working.
Yes, sir. In the 7th question, last question, sir.
Question AQ 3.3, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Seventh question, okay. We plan to have a three-way classification for both frequency and length. There is now a medium frequency in addition to low and high. Also, there is medium length in addition to long and short. Given this setup, how many variables would we need to maintain the keep track of word counts for the different combination? Okay. Tell me your doubt or what you can understand from this.
There will be 3 plus 3, 6 variables only, no, sir. How come 9, sir?
We have to plan a three-way classification for both frequency and length. Okay. Now there is now a medium frequency in addition to high and low. Okay. So medium frequency is there, medium length is there. Given this setup, how many variables would you need to maintain? Keep a track of word count for different combinations. So how many combinations will be there for different combinations? Let's say they are asking, right? So first thing is high frequency, then low length, high frequency, high length, high frequency, medium length. And same for medium, same for low.
Oh,
So in this way, 9
combination
will
wise
be.
we need to check.
Yeah.
Sir. Okay.
For different combinations, right? It is mentioned for different combinations. Right?
Okay, sir. Sir, after in that 3.4 activity, sir.
Okay.
In that question number 7, sir.
Question number 7. What is the value of max 1 plus this one, right?
Yes, sir.
All the previous question by changing the order of comparison with 3 variables. That is assumed. It's based on previous question. Okay. Let me share this one. Yeah, what is your doubt? Like any conceptual doubt or
Sir,
what?
in
You're
the
not.
answer, the same answer is being repeated as the previous one, sir. The max one will get updated, no, sir. So 95 plus 95 plus 81, sir. They are given the same answer as 62, 262, sir.
Same answer. Okay. Is this visible? My screen?
Yes, sir.
Let me check that. So 262 for this one. The question is regarding what is the value of this one. Now repeat all the previous questions by changing the order of comparison with three variables. New card is given file 1 that has max marks as 95. Let max 1, max 2 present three variables that keeps the types of maximum marks such that max 1 is greater than max 2, greater than max 3. Current values of are 89, 78. Okay. Assume that we always compare new card first with max 1, then max 2, and with max 3. Then new card is now picked from the file 1 that has a marks as 95. Okay. '89, '78, '67, and here
The first time 195 will get updated, and the second time the next 95 will come also. So 95 plus 95 plus 89 also.
okay. Now value of max 1 and max 2. Values are just one. It's also a comparison. Got max 1, then max 2, and max 3. Okay. Maximum. Okay. So in question number 4, how we are getting 262? First discuss
95 plus 89 plus 78.
95 plus 89 plus 78. Okay. So we are comparing with the God is not 251. That's max 95. So we are comparing with this one. Hmm. Now first here comparing with max 3, then max 2, then with max 1, right? For the same marks of 95.
Yes, sir. Should we need to compare with that old data set or the updated one, sir? I don't know that. That's why I asked.
No. Old one, repeat all the parts of previous question by changing the order of comparison. So we just need to change the comparison order. Like first we'll check with max 3, then max 2, then max 1, right? So yeah, current values are as follows. '95 is greater than 90. So maximum marks will get replaced here. So 70. Okay. So here the lower value will get updated. Max 3 is 67 because current values are followed. So max 189, 78 plus 65, 5, 9, 14, 8, 12 to 1 year. So this will be 262. And here, if we compare with max 3 first, so 95 max 2. But here also lower value will update 67. The same answer will be there.
No, sir. If you update that, the 67 will go off. No, sir. Like
First, you're
95.
comparing with 67, huh?
No, sir. They have updated with 95. No, sir. So we have to include that. No, sir. 95, 89, and 78. 67 won't be there in that, sir.
No, we don't need to update. We need to consider same thing only. Repeat all the parts of previous question by changing the order of comparison with three variables.
So not like 95 plus 95 plus 89.
No.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, and the seventh, yeah, activity 7, sir.
Activities 7. Okay.
3.7.
7.
The first question, sir.
If a student has topped the class in terms of total marks obtained, which of the following statement is true? In terms of total marks, okay, student has certainly topped in every subject. Is this true?
No, sir.
Can we true?
No, sir.
Certainly topped in at least one subject.
Yes, sir, it's true, no, sir. How can it be false? At least one he should be in top, no, sir. That's what they have told in the lectures.
Okay.
How can we say the student may not have topped in any subject, sir? We need not be, no, sir.
At least one subject. How we can say that?
Yes, sir.
Student may not be topped in any subject. When a subject topped in exactly one. No. First and last is not correct anyway.
Yes, sir, of course.
So student has certainly topped in at least one subject.
So both the options are correct, no, sir. So it should be an MSQ question, no, sir.
May not have. What is the correct option here?
The
C.
student may not have topped in any subject.
Yeah, certainly means top in at least one subject means he's top certain means mandatorily he has top in one of the subject. May not means it may be top in any other subject or may not be, right? So this is the thing, certain and may not. At least one subject, how we can say for sure? No.
It may be, no, sir.
Yeah, it may be. Yeah, it may be at least one subject, but not certainly, right?
Okay, okay.
So certainly is the word here. Yeah. Alex.
Okay, sir, that's all. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, may top in at least one subject. That is true, but yeah, certainly is not correct. Okay. Great. Okay. Any other one? Any other doubt? Anyone? Okay. So let me discuss one example then. Good example. This can be. So what we are doing here? Yeah. So the pseudocode is executed using the shopping bills data set. So we have a shopping bill data set. You can just refer to that. What will the values of variable A and B at the end of execution? So we have this sum SV, sum BB equals to 0, count SV, count BB equals to 0. While pile 1 has more cards, hit the top card X from pile 1. Now if X dot shop name equals to SV store, what we are doing here? Just tell me. And what we are doing here? So what this will represent? If shop name is SV store, so if this is true, if the shop name is SV store, then I will execute this one. If shop name is not SV store, then I will skip this particular line of block. I will go to the next if block here, right? So if you just go through the data set, shopping this data set, My first card is SV store, right? So this condition is getting satisfied. If my first card is SV store, then I'm going to store this in X dot total bill amount. So sum SV will be what? 0 plus total amount is 567 here, right? And count SV what? SV plus 1. So 0 plus 1 equals to 1, right? And shop name is not equals to Big Bazaar. So anyway, I'm not going to do anything. Move card to pile 2, then go for a next iteration. Now, in this case, what will happen? For a next card, Big Bazaar. Now, this condition will not be true. Shop name equals to SV store. Then again, if we come to this if block, and now shop name is equals to Big Bazaar. And now we are updating as some BB and count BB. So what we are doing actually, some SV, some BB, count SV. What is count BB? What is this one? What this will keep a track? Can anyone tell me? Just tell me what this and what this will tell us.
Sum SV will tell the total amount earned by the store, and count SV will tell the number of bills, that is, number of people
Yes.
who purchased in that.
Number of bills from SV store, right? Because this condition is true, then only we are going for this one. So number of bills from SV stores. And here, the total amount of all bills, right? From SV store. Because after iteration, I am going to sum up the total bill amount. I'm going to count the number of bill from SV store. Same for Big Bazaar here also, right? Same thing. After execution, what I am going to get, sum SV will represent total amount of all the bills from SV store. Count SV will represent number of bills from SV store. And sum BB will represent total amount of all bills from Big Bazaar. And count BB will represent number of bills from Big Bazaar. Okay. Now, what this will represent? So this is what will happen after the while loop. Now, MSV, MBB, what this is doing? Simple summation divided by number of bills. What this will represent? Average, right? So sum SV will represent average of sum SV divided by count SV, right? So average bill amount from SV store. MBB will represent average bill amount from Big Bazaar. Can I say like that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right? So I can say like that. Okay. Now MSV and MBB will store average amount of bill from corresponding store, SV store and Big Bazaar. Now again we have initialized A equals to 0, B equals to 0. While pile 2 has more card, read the top card X from pile 2. Now we are saying shop name equals to SV store. If that is true and bill amount is greater than MSV, then I am going to increment the value of A. So here A equals to A plus 1 is basically what? Incrementing the value of A. Incrementing. Okay. Now what will happen here? If that particular bill amount is greater than the average bill amount from SV store, then only I am going to increment the value of A. Otherwise, I am not going to increment because it is an AND condition. Both the condition must be true. Same for a shop name. Again, for a next condition, if block will go for this particular condition. If a card belongs to shop name Big Bazaar, then I will go for this particular condition. Shop name equals to Big Bazaar and bill amount is less than MBB, then I can increment the value of B. So what this A and what this B will represent? Now tell me. From this only you can able to tell from this particular thing. If you understand what MSV and MBB are representing, then what is A and B will represent? What will A and B will represent? Tell me. Just look at the condition inside the if block. The shop name is SV store. Total amount bill is greater than MSV. What is MSV? Average bill amount from SV store. So just go to option. A number of bills from Big Bazaar. A, no. A will not represent Big Bazaar. A will represent SV store. Option A is not correct. Option B, number of bills from SV store with total amount greater than the average a total bill amount from SV store? Yes, this is what it is saying, right? Number of bills from SV store with total amount greater than the average total bill amount from SV store. What about B? Number of bills from Big Bazaar with total amount less than the average bill amount of Big Bazaar. So option B is correct here, not option C or D. Okay. So in this way, you can solve this type of question. So just go to pseudocode and then go through option. And for this type of question, when there is a missing code, in that case, you need to go option by option. Okay. First, use option number A and say whether we are getting our requirement fulfilled or not. Okay. So in this way, you can approach the questions. But the thing is, you should be able to understand how this if block while loop is working. Okay. So yeah, that's it from my side. I think you can solve the rest of the question. If you have any doubt in any practice 7 question, we have a session on Saturday. You can ask in that session also. Any question from any one of the week? 1, 2, 3, any doubt? Okay, I guess so. That's it from my side. So thank you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. We can close the
Thank
session.
you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.